everybody, my name is Daniel and this is my friend Hector. He's been helping me put together some videos for YouTube about a method of playing in the upper register, which does equate to the lower register. In this video, what I'm going to discuss is a very simple scale exercise. That's not the point of this scale exercise is not to learn your scales, because you should already know your scales. You should already be able to play your scales in all kinds of patterns. The purpose of this exercise is tone quality in the lower, mid, and upper register of the instrument. And so, just like our previous video about the partial series exercise, these exercises are really a mental focus. It's not about building muscles in your face. It's more about muscle memory, and it's more about creating good habits and getting rid of bad habits. Okay, so it does take a lot of mental focus when you're doing these exercises, even though the exercises themselves are very simple. Okay, so the way this exercise goes, you're just going to go up one octave. And the way the exercise starts is you're going to go down a half step to the note below the tonic of the scale, and then you're going to start building and then you'll start going up, and you'll go up one octave. Okay, and then the point of this is to get the best tone quality that you can get out of the scale. You have to pretend like you're on stage. There is thousands of people in front of you. They came to see you play this one scale, and so it's got to be the best sounding scale, the most effortless, the most natural, just all around perfect scale that you can do in all facets of playing. Then you're going to take exactly that sound, exactly that tone, exactly that natural, effortless playing that you can do on that scale, and then you're going to translate it into the upper octave. Okay? And there's two parts to this exercise. The first part of the exercise, just like with the partial series, you want to find the note that you are most comfortable going up to without straining. When I first started this was a C. I felt like I could get up to a C very naturally. You know, I still have my problems, but I felt like a C is what I could hit. So that's what I would start with. I would start with a C scale, but in the low octave. I try to play as naturally as possible, as effortless as possible, with the best sound that I can get. I'm in my tux, the audience is out there, and they're waiting for the most beautiful C scale they've ever heard. So now I'm going to translate that to the upper octave, and I'm going to play the low octave again, just so I can get that feeling again. Apparently I don't know my C scale, but the idea is to make that top octave very natural. Okay. Now at this point in my development, a C is, I'm way above a C now, and what is natural to me is about an F. It's starting to become a G, and where I'm really uncomfortable is an A flat scale. Okay, so that's the second part of this exercise. Now, once you find that comfortable note, that comfortable scale that you can play the top octave, then you need to tell yourself, okay, where I'm uncomfortable is either going to be the next note, or maybe two notes above. If you thought C was comfortable, maybe you want to jump to a D and say, you know what, I'm uncomfortable on a D and I want to work on my D, so that's the note I'm going to work on. For me now, G is starting to become very comfortable, and so an A flat scale is where my uncomfortable range is. Okay, so I'm gonna demonstrate three scales. I'm going to demonstrate the F, the G, and then the A flat, which is the uncomfortable scale that I'm trying to make as effortless as possible. Here's the F scale. comfortable this comes out. And now, where I'm trying to work, that next note, that uncomfortable range, here's the A flat. We'll see what happens. So it didn't come out, but it's an uncomfortable range for me right now, and so that's what I'm trying to work. So what I'm going to do with this scale and what I do on a daily basis is, depending on whether or not that A flat's coming out for me, I'll either play the A flat scale 10 times in a row, or I'll just jump down to a more comfortable range and say, you know what, I didn't like the way the G sounded, I didn't like the way the F sharp sounded. Wherever I am, I'm going to focus on a note that I know I'll be able to play, or at least be able to, kind of play, and play that 10 times. Now, the point of the exercise is not to build more muscle in your face. The point of the exercise is to work that uncomfortable note, but to learn how to play that note more comfortably. So playing it 10 times in a row is not like weightlifting 10 times. It's more like, I can't think of an analogy right now, but it's really about training your muscles and that muscle memory, not about building the muscle. Okay. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
Play them softly, right?
Yeah, play them softly, and what you're going to notice is as you go higher in the range, it's actually difficult to play softer in the upper register because it's just naturally a louder register. So just remember that you don't have to play loud. It actually will come out quite a bit louder if you're doing everything correctly by compressing the air by the sternum, behind the teeth, and having a smaller aperture as you play. Having all of that in place, arching the tongue to compress the air to get a faster airspeed. If you get that faster airspeed, if you get that smaller aperture, and it's all focused, and your muscles are doing the right thing, not muscling the note, but actually being in the right position and using physics to your advantage, that upper register will start to open up more and more for you. And I'll just say it again. In the past 2 weeks, for the past 2 years, I've had issues trying to get even a G and then to get above a G. And just in the past 2 weeks, I've actually started to get into the A flats, B flats, been able to go up to a C above high C, and even go beyond that, E flats, Fs, and Gs. All that being said, I hope that these concepts help you out there. Anything else? Thank you to Hector for helping me put these videos together, and
it's his method.
We'll see you soon.
It's very good. It works. All right, A flat boy.
I'm going to try this A flat again, see if it comes out. There it is.
Good.